does it feel being with this view? Oh my.
I was cooking, good looking. Honestly, fuck, just break my guitar real quick. Anyways, I wasn't gonna do one of these today because I kind of had one of those days where it was just like a battle just to get out of bed. So the thought of actually making something felt almost impossible. Like, I don't even think I brushed my teeth today, if I'm being real. And then the thought of having to make this and like do my hair and like try to look okay on camera, and then it hit me. Like, the whole point of this shit was to allow me to get my message out into the world without spending a year to do so. So, yeah, welcome to my second ever yap on the second channel. Honestly, today, I really want to talk about this thing, that damn phone. If you're wondering why mine looks like a cheap hooker, it's because, well, I actually work for the Screen Time app, and I've been working on this like ad where I turn my phone into a puppet. Doesn't matter. Point is, for someone who's pursuing a career on the internet, and I've met all my closest friends on the internet, and I'm also Gen Z, it's kind of hard to stay off of it. When I've been building this addiction for this long, man, dude, it's like withdrawals. Sometimes I hear my little brother like watching TikTok. I'm over here like tweaking, just trying to like bum a scroll over his shoulder like,
yo, what are you watching?
Like, I always knew like all the science and blah, blah, blah. Like, I understood. Like, I get it. Being on your phone, that shit is bad. But I never actually really noticed like the regulation of my mood until the other day. I had one of those good old bed rotting days. You know what I'm talking about, where it's just you, your favorite pillow, 10 hours of sweet, sweet Instagram reels. Obviously, we're the product, fucking capitalism and shit. Like, these companies are trying to profit off our attention spans, our fucking monkey brains, and it works. I don't care who you are, it works. It works for most of us. And that sucks, and I feel like we're just now realizing the long-term effects of it. But where it really gets me is not even just the waste of like all that time, but for me, it's mostly the comparison. Everyone knows the saying, like, say it with me, comparison's the thief of all joy. Yeah, that one. Everyone knows what I'm talking about when I say that. But that being said, you can hear that and understand all you want, but like subconsciously, it's still gonna affect you, whether you know it or not. And I think that's what's happened to me. Without realizing it, I would just see all these like amazing, like super fucking talented like artists and like these 12-year-olds winning Oscars and shit. Meanwhile, spent the last entire year on one project that got taken down for copyright on YouTube. Anyways, I've really been trying to just shut out the entire world and just focus on my own little world, where I'm at right here, right now. Rural Oklahoma, living with my parents, 21, on a farm. I know that doesn't sound sexy, but after being back home for almost half a year, I'm starting to realize that this weird transition period I'm in my life is actually such a good place to be in, to reflect and to grow. If I just had the right mindset, which honestly, I'll be real, I the last few months I haven't. I just kept comparing myself to everyone else's journey, which is obviously like everyone's on a different path, and this life journey we're all on, it's not linear. When I see people 10 years younger than me whipping around Porsches and like going to crazy film festivals, it's hard not to like question like where I'm at in my own life. And I feel like I've always had this thing where if I wasn't posting or if I wasn't working, I would have like almost like damn near panic attacks. I would be so anxious to the point where I couldn't even breathe. Like, I feel like my whole life it's been like this race to get to the top of the mountain, or to this like one point where everything will just like work out and I'll have everything I ever wanted. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm telling you right now, that shit does not exist. And I know a lot of my friends have gotten to that point, and I've talked to them a lot about just like how they felt when they got there. And it seems like most of the people that I've talked to honestly got to that point and they're like, yeah, it was great for like a day, but like then there's always something else. There will always be something else. Once you get to that point that you think you'll be satisfied, you won't. It's just human nature. Humans always want more. Everyone wants what they don't have. And it's like the second you have something, you're going to want something else. The second you get to the peak of that mountain, there is an entirely new mountain up there to climb. And I haven't really got to that peak of the mountain. Shit, I don't even think I've made it a mile up the mountain. Honestly, I think I started like climbing and I like fucking stubbed my toe on a rock, fell back down, and then I think I'm getting eaten by a bear currently. So I've been in a rut and I've tried really hard to get up this mountain. But me falling down the mountain and then talking to people, other people that made it to the top of the mountain, started to make me realize, holy shit, like, was the point even to get to the top of the mountain? I know this is such a simple concept, but like it's something I'm trying to like internalize. Like I've always known this, but like I've never been able to fully take it into like my heart and my soul. Your journey is so unique to who you are. Like everyone's on this beautiful like spiritual journey of growth. And someone could be 40 years old while they're at the part of the mountain that I'm on, and someone could be 20 years old at like the top of the mountain, you know? Like everyone truly is on their own unique path. And once you finally realize that getting to the top of that mountain isn't going to solve like all the problems in your life, it kind of makes you enjoy the journey even more, and it takes like the pressure off and like all the anxiety. Like one of my favorite directors, Spike Jonze. Coincidentally, I was actually climbing a mountain when I first heard this story. Oh, please. Yeah, don't let me have any water. Someone watch on hiker, watch on the other corner. All right, no one put their hand on that.
How does it
rail.
feel peeing
I feel alive.
with this view? Oh my.
It's some mountain in Washington. I think my friend Kyle was telling me this story. Shout out Kyle. So Spike Jonze, if you guys don't know him, he's the guy that directed Her. He's amazing, like very talented, award-winning filmmaker.
Spike Jonze.
But the thing is, it didn't always used to be that way. Like anyone else, he was also at the bottom of the mountain at that one time. His story starts off where he was just a kid that skateboarded, and he loved filming his friends skateboarding, and he'd make these like sick ass like skateboarding edits. And anyways, one day he made one and someone liked it. And they're like, dude, that's sick. Could you film a music video?
Spike went from skateboarding to making music videos. Like no one at that point, it's like we thought like that's as high as this guy's gonna go.
And bro was like, why the hell not? I'm down. And so he did. He filmed this music video. And then someone else saw the music video and they were like, oh my gosh, you should direct this commercial. And anyways, he just kept getting opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And then eventually one day he ends up directing this massive production, right? And then this lady on set comes up to him and he whispers in her ear, I'm gonna be so real, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. And you know what she said? She looked him in the eyes and she said, you know what? No one here fucking knows that. No one here has any idea that you don't know what you're doing. So just fake it. And that's what he did.
And I didn't know anything about that. And he just gave me the company credit card. And he's like, yeah, okay. And he just right there, and like I think we were like at some spot, and he gave me the company credit card. He said, go buy a camera and some editing stuff.
And he just kept doing it over and over and over until the dude became this massive director. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because he just started out filming skate videos with his friends. He wasn't sitting there thinking while filming these skating videos like, oh my gosh, dude, I'm gonna be the world's biggest director and this is gonna be the first step in that process. Like, no, he wasn't looking at the peak of the mountain. He just was enjoying the climb. And naturally, without focusing on the peak of the mountain, he got there. And it was in such a more authentic and enjoyable way because his career grew naturally, like with him as like a person. And one of the coolest parts about this entire story is like eventually, after all these big like award shows and everything, he goes back to his hometown with the skating buddies, and they're all like freaking out because they think he's gonna be like this stuck up like rich successful guy now. But dude walks up to him and is just cracking jokes like no time has passed, just like the first day they were filming skating videos. Like did not change at all. And I realize that's what I want to embody this next year, dude, because I feel like I've been chasing as long as I can remember, since I was literally like fucking 10 years old, ever since I got a camera in my hand and I started watching YouTube. Like I remember I used to make fake like YouTube play buttons and like put them on my wall. Like that was all I wanted in life, was that. And I feel like I've been going through this like beginning of life crisis thing where like I'm not really at the place that I thought I would be when I was like younger. Like in my head, I was like, oh shit, like I should have 100K on YouTube by now and a feature film under my belt or whatever. But it's just like, dude, there's no time limit on these things. And I realized I was putting so much pressure on this shit, it was making me so anxious to the point where I was so anxious and overwhelmed. I didn't want to do anything. Like, it was hard to even like force myself to make anything, because like the way I was viewing is like, oh, this project has to move my career forward. This has to be the best thing I've ever made. And then I did that so much that I trained my brain to where I was just a complete perfectionist. It would take a year to make something because I was analyzing every frame. And when I would go to post something, it would have this massive anxious feeling in my gut. I remember I was talking to my friend Issa the other day, and he told me straight up that like when he posts something, it's like the best feeling ever. I was so confused because I feel like I turned it into the opposite thing, which is weird because when I was like a kid and I made YouTube videos when I was younger, I would crank out one in one day and not even think about it. I'd be like eating a sandwich, I'd post it, and I loved that shit. And I feel like in pursuit of making it this career and trying to become this big thing, I just kind of strayed away from that. And I'm trying to get back. Like I'm trying to just go with the flow this year. Like put myself out there. Because I another thing is I feel like I've been so scared to fail. And I think all this pressure it just got to me in a way that just wasn't fun. And I got so burnt out. I reached my breaking point. It wasn't good, man. Like I was literally questioning like quitting this shit. Like it just felt like everything was so heavy and so serious. Like I feel like my whole life I've been this like all or nothing type of like person. And it was one of those things. It was all or nothing in my brain. But the truth is, that shit doesn't have to be all or nothing. Listen to me right now. Life isn't just black and white. There could be a middle ground. And that is what I am trying to learn and embody. And luckily, since I got this new job.
I'm gonna do it soft. I just want to practice to see where I'm supposed to
Okay,
go.
go for it. Right here.
Stop, I don't like that.
Getting to like literally pitch whatever the hell I want, like shit like this, and get to make it. And like now money's coming away from like my YouTube channel. Like used to, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this, but when something that you love doing becomes a job, it's not fun anymore. When someone's telling you to do something, it's just not. I mean, that's just how it is. That's just human nature. Like when you're a kid, you always think like, oh, I need to be doing what I love for a living. Like that needs to be my job. And I'm not saying that can't happen. I'm not saying that it won't be like fulfilling, because trust me, anything's better than working at fucking fast food or like Walmart or whatever. But you gotta do what you gotta do. I guess what I am saying is, in the beginning stages, when that's like everything, like that has to work. Like when you're going to post a video and in your brain you're like, oh shit, this has to do good, or I'm eating Lunchables tonight. Again, that's not good. But now it's like this can naturally happen in like a natural way. And then when the money comes, it'll be like extra on top of my actual job, you know? Yeah, I'm just trying to embody that like go with the flow mentality, I guess. Because like I said, I've been chasing and chasing and chasing to the point where I've been missing what was right in front of me. Like the journey itself up the mountain, that is the fun part. Unless you're actually climbing a real mountain, because fuck that shit. That was not fun. I'll be real. Getting to the top was great until I realized I had to go back down. Now it's time to hike back down.
The morale's kind of low today.
Honestly, the best part of that mountain climb was right when we were in the car, in the AC, right before we did it. Like, we would have just turned around before we even started climbing, dude. It would have been perfect. Give up. Don't even try. No, so yeah, that's what I'm trying to embody this year. And I had to learn that lesson, like, the absolute hardest way possible with, like I said, me having a crazy mental breakdown and feeling like I failed. But failing, dude, why is everyone so like, I realize like failing's not that bad. Like learning something the hard way, low key, is the best way to learn it, I feel like, because I will never forget this lesson. And so many people were telling me all this shit, but it took me actually like failing and just like hitting this like rock bottom point for me to finally realize, oh dude, I was trying too hard. I need to just have fun with it. And I need to just, you know, like this shouldn't be taking away my health and time with family. Like this all can be a symbiotic relationship. I feel like there's this toxic, like fucking alpha male, workaholic, grind set narrative being pushed on the youth today. It's like, if you're not fucking waking up at 2 a.m. investing in fucking cryptocurrency and doing 1 million push-ups, then you're a fucking excuse my French. Anyways, fuck that shit, dude. I'm gonna take little baby steps day by day, because I realize doing an all or nothing sprint one time a year, it hasn't been working for me. I'll be real. And making these videos is a part of those little like baby steps. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, it's uncomfortable. It's like leg day. I was telling this to one of my friends. I was like, dude, making this shit is like leg day. Cause no one wants to do leg day, bro. But if you don't, you're gonna have little pencil legs and you're gonna be absolutely jacked, but with little pencil legs. And I don't want that to be me, you know? And if I just keep doing it, then it'll be good. Because man, it should not take a year for me to have to say things. Like, not everything has to be this crazy philosophical movie about my life. And that being said, I'm excited about this, whatever this is, how this is gonna evolve. This is the best part. Is like I tried starting this channel so many fucking times, and I had all these crazy graphics and ideas and formats. I think that's where I fucked up. I overthink like everything. Like what this needed to be is just I sit down and I just talk, and it becomes whatever it becomes naturally. I needed that outlet, and now I have it. I'm excited, and this one actually felt a lot funner to do than the first one. I'm hoping that that trend will continue. Holy shit, dude. Hope you enjoyed that yap. What are the takeaways? Don't compare yourself. Everyone's journey is different. It's not about getting to the peak of the mountain. And also, it really is that damn phone. Yeah. Also, suggest in the comments where I should do the next one. Because I just discovered that I can unplug my laptop and take this microphone anywhere. I live in rural Oklahoma, so you want me to do it, I don't know, on a hay bale, on top of a fucking cow, at a Sonic, in a Walmart parking lot. I don't know. You let me know. That might be interesting. And like I said, I don't know what this shit is. I don't know if it's a podcast. I don't know. The whole point is for me to just get stuff out there. So it may be little vlogs, and maybe whatever. We'll see what it turns into. Thanks for coming to my video diary. Peace.